What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to have my first impressions on My Hero Academia Vigilantes. This will probably be reasonably short and sweet, as they say, because I've got a lot of a few positive things to say about this volume that I read, but just not a lot to say in general, and definitely no major negatives at all. But yeah, so let's just get straight into it. I guess I could first touch on the artwork and what I thought of it. I think it's very My Hero Academia-esque. Obviously there's different people working on the art in this, but it is very enjoyable and it's pretty similar to normal My Hero Academia art, so if you like that, you'll definitely enjoy art in here. And the mangaka working on this, or the story and artists that are working on this, did a pretty good job of capturing traditional My Hero Academia themes and art style, along with some other stuff that they've taken well from My Hero Academia. Another one of those things is definitely the characters. I think the three main characters in this genuinely wouldn't be out of place in the normal My Hero Academia world. If these three characters went to UA High School, I would definitely enjoy having them there, and they wouldn't feel out of place in My Hero Academia world, which just shows that the manga have done a good job of really making this feel like it's part of the My Hero Academia universe. So definitely hats off to them for that, because My Hero Academia being my favourite anime, when there was being, like, I heard that I was making a spin-off of it, I was having my hopes up that it would be just more of the same for My Hero. But a kind of twist that they've kind of added themselves is the quirks of our vigilantes or heroes within this story are very strange compared to, like, for example, in normal My Hero Academia, they have quirks that are very practical, but here they just seem a bit strange. For example, our main character can like, I don't know how to describe it properly, but he can connect his hands and feet to the ground and like slither along like a snake. This other of our main characters here doesn't actually have a quirk, but she has like pretty strong willpower, if you will. And then the other main character we have here on the back, she can hop very high, basically having a low center of gravity. Obviously, a bit of fan service going on here. I'll touch on that quickly. Is I don't really have a major issue with the fan service in this, because it's not taking anything away from the story. Although it might not be adding anything, it's not taking anything away. So it's not terrible. I mean, obviously I'm not the biggest fan of fan service. I don't think anyone really enjoys having fan service in manga, but I like it. I don't think it changes my enjoyment of the series at all, because it doesn't take anything away from the story. And another little thing I had, it's not something that's happened yet, but I'm just worried that I don't want the series to kind of stray off from the main characters that they're focusing on now, and just try and focus on throwing a bunch of characters that we know from the My Hero Academia universe within it. Although I said that I'd like this to kind of stay similar to My Hero Academia and keep the same kind of art and stuff like that, I don't want it to be in where it's just like, oh, this is one of the heroes from the normal series is in it now, and that's supposed to be like a big thing. But I'm not really describing it very well, but I just kind of want to make sure that it keeps focusing on our characters, because that's what this story is about. It's about these three characters, these two in particular, and even more in depth the main character, him. So I don't want it to be like very focused on kind of cameos, and I just want those cameos to kind of be every once in a while, but not all the time. But cameos that are kind of put together in this volume are very good. So there are a couple of characters we see from normal Academia. I don't want to say anything for spoiler reasons, and I just think it would be a nice surprise when you see those characters in there. But the way that the characters that aren't the pro hero, so there's one pro hero and then there's two other characters which aren't pro heroes, and the way that they're introduced, I think is perfect. They're very minor characters in the main series, and it's kind of nice to see them play a more important and major role in the story of vigilantes. It's kind of like they're just the ones beneath pro heroes, so it kind of makes sense that the pro heroes are kind of dealing with bigger stuff that you see in My Hero Academia, but then these kind of people that are beneath the pro heroes are more focusing on looking out for the people taking the drugs in this and the vigilantes themselves. So I think it's very appropriate. So yeah, I don't know if I've got my ideas about, or my kind of negative ideas and worries about the series. And not so much negative ideas now because nothing's actually come across with them or happened, but they're just concerns that I may have for the future of the series. I don't know if I've explained them in the best way, but hopefully you guys kind of understand what I mean when I describe it. But other than that, everything's great. I really enjoy the characters. A little bit more backstory would be quite nice, especially on this character here, because you don't really know much about him. So it'd be nice to get a little bit more backstory. But this first volume is just a nice start, I'd say. There's definitely room for the series to improve, and it's nowhere near the quality of My Hero Academia. But it's kind of nice and refreshing to see what's happening from an outside perspective. If this, I don't know when this takes place, if it takes place before ages before UA or anything. If it does say within the volume, then you can let me know if you've read it. But yeah, I don't know if it does take place or when it does take place. But yeah, it'd be nice to see a few more cameos in, but again, not a main focus, because I do want to see what happens with the characters, and this ended on a very nice cliffhanger leading into the next volume. And another thing I'd say is the story it goes very long. It's kind of more like a crime espionage kind of thing. That's the kind of what I get. That's the kind of vibe that I get from it, as opposed to a superhero theme thing. It's a lot more about following the laws and stuff, and criminals within the universe, as opposed to just villains. And they're not villains. I consider them more like criminals. So yeah, it's definitely like My Hero Academia with a bit of a twist on it. And the way the mangas are going, they're doing a very good job of keeping my interest. And Vigilantes is good enough and very close to being another series that I do volume reviews for. So that's, I guess you can put that in perspective as to how much I do or did enjoy this first volume, because I only ever actually have one other series I do volume reviews for. But actually, speaking of volume reviews, I am going to be doing my volume reviews for My Hero Academia as well. So that's another series I want to do volume reviews for. And I'm actually going to be reviewing 2 volumes per review. So it'll be like, the first one will be 1 and 2, and 3 and 4, so on and so forth, until I get to volume 14. And then I'll start doing single volume reviews. That way, it won't be where it's taking a very long time for me to get through the reviews. But I didn't want to review like volumes 1 to 14 because I wouldn't really have enough time to talk about them. And the whole point of me doing the volume reviews is so I can give an in-depth description or review of each individual volume as opposed to them as a whole. That will come when I do a series review. So I decided to do 2 volumes for one review, and I'm considering doing that for one other series, but I haven't actually purchased it yet, so I won't say it just in case I decide not to. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. A bit of a short video, but just wanted to get my thoughts across about Vigilantes. Sorry if they weren't perfectly expressed, but hopefully you guys enjoy the video nonetheless. Have a great day, and peace.